What's going on, guys? It's Steve. Carmelo Anthony just came out and said that the New York Knicks are going to be unstoppable in the regular season. If you guys don't know the backstory, Fat Joe actually came out and said that he was talking to Melo, and Melo said that the New York Knicks are going to be legit and that they're going to have one of the best seasons in franchise history. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I definitely agree with that. You know, with the acquisition, if you look at what Melo did with a solid team back in 2013 when they won 54 games, imagine what he's going to do with this super team. We all know, well, not all of us, a lot of people that aren't Knicks fans don't think it's a super team. But if it were any other team, it would be a super team. But it's whatever. The New York Knicks, they are a super team. And, you know, again, I already told you guys, I predict they're going to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, and they're going to either finish second or third, whether it's going to be Toronto or Toronto or New York. I'm leaning more towards maybe Toronto right now, just because Toronto's just a legit team, and then hopefully Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan, they've learned from their struggles in the playoffs. But the New York Knicks have potential to make second seed. It's either second or third, in my opinion. But the thing is when you have your star player coming out with confidence like this, that says a lot, and that means a lot, because I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I mean, it's about time that Carmelo Anthony finally came out and said that the New York Knicks are going to dominate in the regular season, and I cannot wait for it to happen. I cannot wait, because it's been so long since we've had a good team. It's been so freaking long, man. And again, when LeBron comes out and says we're going to dominate, they dominate. When you have a superstar come out and say we're going to dominate, most part they dominate. So I'm telling you right now, the New York Knicks are going to dominate in the NBA next season. And I guarantee you're going to win 55 plus games. Melo's going to have a chance to win MVP. I love all the hate from you New York Knicks haters. I love it. I love all the hate. I had some guy in the comments before, we were talking about Carmelo Anthony and Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, and someone was saying, Steve, stop saying Melo's a great perimeter defender. I can name 50 players better than him at perimeter defense. I think it was like 20. And he actually sat there and listed them, and I said, okay, he's a better defender than all of them except for Kawhi Leonard. And I showed stats, and I have stats that showed that, and then we were talking about who can play better defense on LeBron, because we both agreed, there was actually a few people in this debate, but we all agreed that LeBron is the best player either today or in NBA history, but he's the best at what he does right at this moment. So they were saying, oh, well, I actually brought up, I was like, okay, well, if Kawhi's so good, how come Melo does a better job defending LeBron, who is the best player in the world, than Kawhi does, or than Paul George does? And he's like, no, Paul George does better. Did you see Kawhi shut him down in 2014? Did you see Paul George shut him down in 2013? And I was like, what? Kawhi shut him down in 2014? And then he was like, that's why the Miami Heat lost. Are you kidding me? That's why they lost? So averaging nearly 30 points per game, 7 rebounds and 6 assists on nearly 60% shooting, on 44% shooting from 3. Keep in mind, LeBron James is not a 3-point shooter, but he was shooting 44% from 3 against Kawhi Leonard, who, quote-unquote, won the MVP that year, Finals MVP, by the way, because he did such a great job guarding LeBron, right? And then he was like, oh, well, Kawhi didn't guard him all the time. But you just said Kawhi won Finals MVP because he guarded LeBron. But now he didn't guard him all the time because my stats just proved you wrong. And I showed him, like, Carmelo Anthony is the only superstar in the NBA that has a close head-to-head matchup against LeBron. And that is a fact. Dwyane Wade doesn't have a close one. Kobe Bryant doesn't have a close one. Kevin Durant doesn't have a close one. But you know who has a close one? Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony, I'm pretty sure it's like 11-13 against LeBron. And LeBron's 13-11. And Melo holds him to 44% shooting from the field and like 25% shooting from 3. Are you kidding me? And his stats are lower than his career averages against Carmelo. I mean, like, come on, man. And then he said Paul George shut him down in 2013. That's why LeBron averaged nearly 37-7 on 60% shooting. On nearly 60% shooting, and you're going to sit there and say he shut him down? Do you want to know being shut down? Go look at LeBron versus Carmelo in the 2012 playoffs, or 2013, whatever year it was, and 2011, or whatever year it was. Those few years, the Knicks made it. Go look at that. See what killer defense is. But no. Melo doesn't, Melo can't play defense. If you have someone that can slow down the best player in the world, you're going to sit there and tell me he's not a great defender? Is it his fault that he doesn't give 100% effort on players that aren't on his level? That's not his fault. That's the other player's fault. You don't deserve his respect on the defensive end. Why the hell would Carmelo Anthony go at a scrub on defense? That's why Melo holds every superstar to lower than their career averages. Career field goal percentage, career three-point percentage, free throw percentage. You don't believe me? Look what Melo does to Kevin Durant. Look what Melo did to Kobe. Look what Melo did to D Wade. Honestly, dude. Honestly, you need to look this shit up. You know, it's ridiculous, man. I don't understand how people can sit there and say Carmelo Anthony's a bad defender, because when you really look at it, Carmelo Anthony is a great defender. Yes, I understand it is kind of fucked up that he doesn't try against all players, but why the hell does he need to go hard and waste his energy against a scrub that can barely score 10 points per game? Why? You know what I mean? And then we had someone bring up the point. I know this video is going on, but Michael C3 wanted me to talk about this in my video, so I promised him I would. But what's it called? So, and then we were going on, and someone said, I don't remember the exact who said it, but someone said, oh, well, if Carmelo's such a great scorer, how come he never averaged over 30 points per game? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So averaging 30 points per game makes you a great scorer? No. Anyone can average over 30 points per game. Are you serious? Michael Jordan averaged 35 points per game once, 37 points per game once. You want to know why? Because he shot 28 times from the field that season. Carmelo Anthony never shot over 22 field goal attempts in his career. But you had players like Kobe when he averaged 37, shooting like nearly 29. If LeBron, D Wade, or Carmelo shot that many times, they would average in the 40s. And Carmelo isn't known as a great scorer because the amount of points per game he has. Yes, that goes into it, but he's known as a great scorer because he can score in any possible way. Any possible way. He can back you down in the post. He can turn right. He can turn left. He has handles. He can pull up from 30. He can pull up from 40. He can pull up from 50. He can pull up from wherever. Wherever. He can dunk the basketball. He has the quickest first step in the NBA. He has the smoothest jump shot in the world. I mean, goddamn, man. Goddamn, dude. How many times? And then I had people deleting their comments. Literally, the person that said, no, Kawhi Leonard, statistically is better against LeBron. I showed him the stats. I told him the stats. Guess what? That comment got deleted. I wonder why. I keep making people... Wow, I sounded really retarded right there. Make people... I can't even talk right now. I keep making people delete their comments. So that says a lot. If you're going to debate me, please use stats. Because just like everyone else, I'm going to make you delete your comments. I'm not trying to be an asshole or cocky or anything like that. But there's a point in time where enough is enough, And some respect has to be shown to my man Carmelo. Because, come on, man. Look what he does against superstars. And that's what counts. And then I had some... oh, I can't believe... And then I had someone say... what did he say? I'm trying to remember exactly what he said. He compared Jordan and Melo, and he said, oh, well, Melo... He was like, if Melo can even make the playoffs... I'm like, oh, if Melo can even make the playoffs. And then he said, sorry, that's my Bible prayer. And then he was like, Carmelo's not even a franchise-changing player. I'm like, oh, okay. Melo's not a franchise-changing player. Let's rewind to 2002, 2003 before he was drafted. I'm pretty sure the Denver Nuggets were 17-65. And then when he came in, they won nearly 40 games and made the playoffs for 7 straight years. With trash players. You want to know why they turned around 25-plus wins? You want to know why? Because of Carmelo Anthony. And then he had the audacity to say, oh, well, they brought in some amazing role. Who, Andre Miller? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And then he was like, Jordan's a real franchise-changing player. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm not saying Jordan isn't, right? But I'm just saying this is a double standard. So I was like, oh, Jordan's a franchise-changing player, huh? Well, how come Jordan didn't make the playoffs in his a couple times? How come he got swept in the first round a couple times? And then he was like, oh, well, that's different. That's different. How is it different? How is it different? Carmelo Anthony, he's like, oh, well, Jordan wasn't in his prime yet. Okay, well, Carmelo wasn't in his prime yet when he helped the Denver Nuggets turn around 25-plus wins, nearly 30 wins, make the playoffs for 7 straight years. Then when he came to New York, what happened? They decided to rebuild in the midst of his prime, like some stupid dumbasses. They had a great team. They had Amon Shumpert, a great defender. They had J.R. Smith. They had Tim Hardaway Jr. I still can't get over the fact we got rid of Tim Hardaway Jr. We had so many great pieces. I'm happy they got rid of Amari Stoudemire. I've been saying that for the longest. We're paying this dude nearly $100 million to get injured and sit on the bench. But are you serious, man? I went in right there. I'm not going to lie. I did. But let me see if I covered everything from that little debate I wanted you guys to know about. I'm pretty sure I covered everything. But at the end of the day, guys, you know, if you guys want to debate me, I'm fine to debate in the comment section below. Just say, Steve, I want to debate, and then leave the topic, and then first, you know, type in what you think, and then I'll reply to you. But I'm just letting you guys know, you better come with facts, because I make people delete their comments on this comment section. So anyway, I'm out of here. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And peace.